Kedmel, you frustrating bar guests. Welcome back to The Witcher 3. I am Dimsy, and I am aware that we have missed that little illusory wall over at the Mère Lachaise Longue cemetery, the one in the catacombs next to what's he called? Regis, next to his home.
Bar guests, never a good omen.
I am aware I've missed that little place. I will go back there and see if I can find out what exactly is behind that wall. And I'm also aware that, you know, I whine a little bit too much, but you know what? The gameplay here is starting to feel real cheap, annoying, and I'm just frustrated, and it just takes out a lot of... It just, you know, just sucks up a lot of energy to sit here and fight against the impossible odds that are being thrown at you all the time. Right. And I mean, I was gonna say that in the previous episode, that I mean, I've played Dark Souls' New Game Plus 7, the highest New Game Plus mode. And I've beaten it several times, and I died so many times there. But it never felt cheap. I never felt cheated out of a fight or a whatever, you know. Unlike here, where it feels like every goddamn fight is just... It's just bullshit. Like, you know... Like there's a vast difference between a fight being fair and a fight being just artificially difficult to the nth degree. Like, why the fuck would this Barghest... Why the fuck... What's the point in one Barghest being able to take that many hits? Like, what the fuck? I mean, mind you, I know that this is, you know, New Game Plus, Death March, hardest difficulty. But what the fuck? If I can be one shot, and it takes this long to kill just one of them, like, that's not difficulty, that's just madness, that's just frustration incarnate. Where's the Barghest? Where's the fuck? Oh, okay, he ran off. Well, that's... God. And I don't know. I try to leash them. Not leash them, but I try to aggro them somewhere where they won't leash back, so I can fight them one-on-one, but apparently that's not a valid fucking option for me. And the fact that they are so relentless in their attacks, the fact that they're just non-stop attacking, and they have such quick attacks as well, like... Sorry, I know I keep on trying to hammer this point home, but I don't know. It's starting to really wear on me, you know. Like, I love doing this playthrough, but I mean, fuck. Oh, this tree. This goddamn tree. Oh, he's dead. Excellent. And my counter hits do nothing as well. Excellent. But fuck it, I won. I won. I win. I defeated them. Let me just reapply my Spectre oil real fast. Because I suspect there's a couple of more of these Barghest. Oh my god. Trastamara Estate Ruins. So yeah, here we are. Supposedly there should be a white lurking somewhere around here, and to get the message across in terms of the loot that you can get here as well. The fact that this, whatever this being is, I mean, it's a wight.
Just as Raven wasn't lying. Spoons all over the place.
But yeah, this wight seems to be an avid collector of these spoons, of spoons just in general.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something.
I still haven't sheathed my sword because I expect trouble. More spoons? Looks like once upon a time people would sit here underneath this big tree over here and just enjoy the sight. Not anymore though. By the way, this is probably one of the best quests in the expansion. This quest is just marvelous, and I managed to fucking get the best ending. Or I guess I picked the best choice in my first playthrough, just intuitively, and I'm really happy about that. I mean, again, it all depends on your perspective in a game like The Witcher. More Vargas down there? Yeah, looks like it, but I'm not gonna fuck with them. Let's just head on towards the estate itself. Let's see what's going on here. Wow. This door is locked. Alright. Let's not waste any more time then. Let's head on inwards. Or rather, inside. Let's head inside. Oh, what the hell? Why did slow-mo trigger there? Did I kill someone? Did I step on a bug and get a critical attack? What the? I see Beauclair off in the distance. This estate is very much in ruins, yeah. An apt way of describing it.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Yeah, it looks like somebody has been writing on the walls of this place. Probably the origin of the curse. There's actually some fan theories out there speculating that the one who cast the curse on this wight was actually none other than Master Mirror himself. Soiled letter. Marlene, my dearest daughter, you've no idea the pain it causes a father to write these words. A father who must abandon his own child ceased to be a father, and his heart shall never know comfort. Sadly, as a result of what has happened, I have no other choice. We, along with the rest of the household, must abandon our estate. It is because that curse took you from us, leaving in your stead a mindless, bloodthirsty creature. We shall go north, to Kovir, and if you ever read this letter, which could only mean you have returned to human form, you are to look for us there. For my part, I can only promise each year I will send an envoy, who will be tasked with checking in on you, seeing if you are alive and, if so, in what form. Faith that you will once again be my beloved Marlene gives me the strength to live on. Perhaps the curse will not last forever. Perhaps someone will come along. Wait. Perhaps someone will come along you can lift this... okay, I guess it should say that instead of you. Perhaps someone will come along that can lift this burden from you. Farewell, your loving father. Well, alright, so we now know that this white used to be a human named Marlene. And her family was driven away from their own home because Marlene was cursed. And this father seemed to have hoped that someday somebody will be able to lift this curse off Marlene. Let's see if we can maybe do it. Wink wink, hint hint.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
That's actually really interesting. Those words are pretty much the solution to the... It pretty much gives you the answer to how you're supposed to lift the curse. You'll see that in a short while.
What a pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
The name of this quest is Cage Au Fou, which apparently should mean...
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon.
But yeah, basically what that seems to mean is this is supposed to be the House of Crazy. The House of Crazies, the Cage of Crazies. The place that houses the crazy.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Indeed. Oh, we can't open it. Cool. Stained diary. Have I read this before? Stained diary. For a few days now, I've been having dizzy spells. I've never experienced anything like this before. If it carries on, although I can't stand witchcraft and sorcery, I'll have to visit a herbalist. The dizziness has not gone away. Worst of all, it's been joined by pain, so strong that at times I cannot see. I've been to the herbalist. A repulsive old crone looked at me like she had seen a monster. She gave me some cursed mixture that I have to drink twice a day. It's not helping at all. Today, like every day, I looked in the mirror and I was lost for words. I usually check that I don't have any wrinkles or bags under my eyes. But today, there are no wrinkles, but I'd rather that there were. I have hair growing on my breasts. It's horrible. It's got to be because of those damned herbs. I went to the herbalist to smash her face in. Spirited young woman, I like it. I like her already. But her chambers were empty. She must have known what would happen to me and legged it. My family is starting to suspect something, although I am cutting the hair back, which is growing back faster and faster. Whoa, ooh, this is... I've tried to put the idea out of my head, but I can't hold it back any longer. Maybe it wasn't the herbs that have led to this, but a curse placed upon me by an old beggar whom I had to chase off one time. I have to find out. I want to hire someone who can find the herbalist. And that beggar is supposedly Gaunter O'Dim. She may have encountered him once upon a time and refused him at her doorstep, which caused him to place the curse on her. It's a fan theory, it's speculation, but could be. Could be. I cannot think, and it is getting hard to write. Loneliness, no family. Alright, so this is the point where family moved away, I guess. Eat. I want to eat. Not a good spoon. Empty spoons. Nothing. Eat. It hurts. Mirror. Lies. No. Ah.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Yeah, poor girl indeed. That was... honestly, that text kind of sent chills down my spine. That was... Looks like she smashed the mirror once she turned into, or once she started to resemble the monster that she is now.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Most likely conclusion, yeah. Oh, I have to, wow. I have to remember to walk around with the Witcher senses turned on because looks like I'll be missing a lot of things otherwise.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
But a spoon nonetheless. It looks like this White might be under the false... she may have the false idea that if she eats from the right spoon, the curse will be lifted. That is unfortunately not how the solution to this curse works. Or that's rather not a part of the solution at all.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Spoon key.
A spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
Spontaneous. Oh, it's him. Okay, this certifies the item up for auction. An antique spoon key forged at the Christopherson and Sons workshop in 1210. Belongs to Smeagol Circus, owner of the Pheasantry. Smeagol Circus being a obvious reference to Andy Serkis, the man who, the actor who played Gollum and Smeagol in the Lord of the Rings movies. He is also a character in this game, Smeagol Circus is. And we actually find his corpse at this little undiscovered, oh actually, it is discovered now, this point of interest here. It's pretty cool how they tied his name into another quest. It's really cool. So yeah, what happened here? Looks like a couple of somebody has laid out the table for eating. But well, whatever happened here, they certainly didn't dine together. They did die together, maybe. Yeah.
Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense.
Okay, so the picture's starting to clear up, isn't it? This White is collecting spoons because she wants to find the right spoon. And she's trying to assemble, it looks like she's trying to find people that will eat with her. So if she eats with the right people, and if she eats with the right spoon, will that lift the curse? Well, no, but we'll you know, we'll see what happens. We'll find out the answer as we go along here. But yeah, now we get to see a bit of information regarding the corpses. This is nasty.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy.
Oh boy.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Decaying letter. Dear Master Levasseur, I know you track outlaws for pay. I have an unusual assignment for you. No doubt you wonder why I have drawn you out here, and why we cannot meet in person. You see, in my present situation, any kind of meeting is very risky, not so much for me, as for the person with whom I meet, for I am afflicted by a curse, or, as I hope, and why I have turned to you, the side effects of medicine given to me some time ago by a herbalist. Soon after I visited this herbalist, she disappeared without trace. I desperately wish to understand my illness, so I wish to hire you to find her. When you do, learn as much from her as you can about the medicine she gave me. If my suffering is a result of her wickedness, then make her provide an antidote. I assure you I have ample wealth, and will reward you with no small part of it for your services. If it turns out my suffering is not the fault of the herbalist, please let her go. I will then have a different task for you, because this shall mean I am afflicted by a terrible curse which only the gods can cure. I believe it was cast upon me by a certain beggar, there we go, who came by the manor while I was hosting a soiree for a few friends. If you can find that vagrant, I will pay you double. Sadly, all I remember of him is that he sold mirrors. That's pretty much the, most damning evidence that it should be Master Mirror, i.e. gone through Dim. Chills, this is such a cool quest. I am aware this is not much aid for your hunt, yet I trust in your considerable talents and wish you the best of luck. Marlene de Trastamara. Shame Geralt doesn't comment on the fact that it might be gone through Dim. I guess that might be evidence supporting the idea that it's not, in fact, gone through Dim.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Looks like we're heading down into the basement. I love this game so much as the combat infuriates me.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
But yeah, the gameplay, the combat kind of infuriates me, true, but God, everything else is just so perfect. We'll venture inside there in just 1 second. A ladle?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Looks more like a ladle, but sure. Let me save, by the way. Just so I don't mess anything up. Ooh, more lore. Excellent. Words of wisdom on beastly curses. Monstrous curses and their description. Introduction. Curses that change a fellow into a monstrous creature have existed since the dawn of time. They have a variety of origins and a variety of effects. It normally happens that a mage or sorceress casts a curse and the spell changes the subject. It doesn't always happen straight away. Sometimes the person who has been cursed changes slowly bit by bit. It also happens that a normal fellow can cast a curse. Someone whose conscience is clear and who has done good in their life. Such a person can acquire power, and thus the aggrieved can place a curse on the evildoer. Such curses are strong and cannot be removed easily. Thus, everything by which human suffering is atoned is long-lasting and painful.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
And here we see the absolute madness that has gripped this poor White. This cursed Marlene.
Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
That's right. Everything that we can see on the ground here are all spoons.
White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
This is absolute madness. God, I love this quest so much. It's an incredible quest. But yeah, I think that's that. I think we've explored everything that can be explored in this house. Time to go and see if we can find the white and if we can maybe lift the curse.
Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Table's set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Right you are, Geralt. Right you are with your analysis.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
I wonder what the update says. Look into the cauldron. Oh, okay. Alright, well that's that then. Let's look into the cauldron. Which apparently, spotted whites, they apparently love to brew things using their own emissions. I don't think they mean farts with that. I think they mean piss and shit and anything else that might come out of the wrong holes. That should never be used as an ingredients for anything. Alright, let's examine this cauldron.
Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Well, how about this closet over here? Seems good enough. Let's do it. And Geralt starts meditating immediately. Gotta keep those senses honed and ready. Looks like she's making her way over to us, and we will try to lift the curse. Stay calm.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you.
All right, let's repeat the curse for posterity's sake.
Need to get this right. Words of the curse were None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Alright, so basically, somebody has to willingly want to eat with her. So forcing other people, pointless. She fucked that up totally. No spoon will sate you. That's to be taken literally. We're not supposed to use spoons to eat. It doesn't matter how many spoons or what spoon she uses. It will not sate her. And it will not lift the curse. And the reflection bit, she's supposed to see her own reflection in the plate after she's done eating the dinner. Or in the reflection of the soup that she's, I guess it could be also, but we're supposed to eat but not using the spoons. Let's do it. Whew!
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Geralt's one brave motherfucker to eat that.
Open your eyes. You need to see your likeness.
Oh god. Whatever he just ate.
It worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Indeed, let's follow her. But my god, I mean, I feel sick. Just thinking about what the hell he just ate. Or drank, or whatever. Geralt, you're so much more of a man than I am. Looks like we will be having some fun with these Bargas first.
What? Lost your nerve?
Looks like I'm gonna have to fight a couple more. Wow, a fully charged rend and I only did 4,000 damage. That's kind of the reason why I never used rend on my first playthrough. The inconsistent range of damage that I did was just, I don't know.
What now, you piece of filth?
This Bargas looks like he's stuck in the wall. Oh! He was stuck. Or just, I don't know, asleep. There we go. Looks like I'll be having some more fun with these guys. Up ahead. Looks like I'll be fighting at least... Oh boy. As long as I can fight them one-on-one, I'm cool with that. Looks like that's her over there in the bushes.
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
And kaboom, we've saved Marlene de Trastamara. Corvo Bianco, sometime later.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlene. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlene didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Okay, so the fact, that's a really cool detail, I never thought about that before. The fact that they're actually playing the Heart of Stone theme, Gauntro Dame's theme right now, pretty much seals it. I mean, the guy who cursed her was Gauntro Dim. It was Master Mirror. That's such a cool detail. I'm shivering. I'm getting shivers all over me. Holy shit! I never. What a cool detail. Yeah. Okay. So that pretty much confirms it. I mean, unless they just use that song for, I don't know, because it sounds cool, because it sounds ominous and it sets the atmosphere rather well. But for some reason I just doubt it. Man. Okay, so now we know. It was Gauntro Dim.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlene had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks, Faulty.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Okay. That's interesting. She changed position. Fair enough.
Tasty. So wonderful. Thank you.
She will be a bit more coherent and a lot more talkative once she's full and kind of recovered a little bit from her curse. And yeah, but oh, by the way, this is my home. Yeah, I guess I should give people a little sightseeing tour. In case anybody even gives a shit. I doubt it, but... The two shields on the wall there. Ravix of Forehorn here to my right. Geralt of Rivia's crest on the left. The bear, the feline, and the manticore sets proudly on display. Some of my favorite armor sets in the game. Here I just have a couple of weapons along with Ravik's and Geralt's swords to the left and to the right. Iris and Winter's Blade, I think. The sword we get from... what's his name? Krachon Crate. As well as the beautiful, beautiful, picturesque painting of me. Looking real regal, man. My room, nothing special in here, I guess. Couple of trophies, though. Oh, right. What about the quest? I'm not done. Oh! I've leveled past. Oh, ho, ho. Well, that's that can happen, I guess. That can happen. It's all good, though. We have time. Alright, I'll finish up the quest then. I'll head on over to Regis. And at the same time, I'll also explore the catacombs. Excellent. Sweet. Let's do it. But yeah, the main quest, the reason why I spent so much time, just doing a bunch of side quests and witch contracts and whatnot, before I came here to Mère la Chaise Longue. Mère la Chaise Longue, yeah, cemetery, is because once you start doing the main quests, you're just gonna fly up and level. And levels, rather. I mean, it's not uncommon for you to level up 2 levels from doing just one quest. So yeah, I figured I should do as many of the side quests as possible, because otherwise I'm just gonna level past them like a rocket. And at that point...
Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me?
The Eye of Nehelem.
Interesting.
Oh, what's going on here? Looks like a knight was buried here or something. Hidden behind a illusory wall as well. Casus Foderis. What kind of sword is that? Looks like a silver... It is a silver sword. Ooh, it's pretty good. Looks pretty cool as well. Not really better than the one we have, but I think I'll be using it for a while. Yeah. Why not? I haven't been mixing up my swords all that much lately, and I feel like I should. Here we see a scroll. A knight's oath. Here rests Sir Raymond of Quichon. On my grave you will not find the likeness of the man who once lived. I gave my heart, soul and body to the knightly craft, and I wish to be remembered as a knight. The symbol of chivalry is a naked sword, and that symbol rests above me. The sword that defended my honor, my friends and my heart. The sword that was closer to me than a brother. The sword that was never stained by the blood of an innocent man. Let it rest on this stone through the ages. I hope me taking that sword from him doesn't like offend the man to his like core, to his very core. There we go. Light this place up a bit. I wonder if maybe it wasn't a... No. I was thinking maybe it was an elven knight, but that doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, let's go talk to Regis and give him the, what? Oh, right, the saliva, the glands. Speaking of which, let's loot this place a little bit. I bet Regis got some real good shit in here. Whoa. Oh, okay, it leads back in here. Oh, okay, that's where this leads. We blew out the rocks here after I fought the Kikimors. And this is where that leads. Okay, cool. Oh, we can read the epitaph here. Arcadius Borovic. Lived to a ripe old age. In fact, he lived so long he died of boredom. I feel you, man. I feel you. I mean, sure, this is a catacomb biography of the vampire Regis from the Quill of Dandelion. Whoa. I think we're gonna have to read this. I think we're gonna have to read this. One of the most extraordinary individuals I've encountered during my numerous adventures at Geralt's side was the vampire known as Regis. To be precise, he was known as Emiel Regis Rohalek Tersif Godefroy. By his own reckoning, he was 428 years old, and was the descendant of unfortunate beings trapped in our world during the conjunction of spheres. You're surely thinking, dear reader, about Catacans, Alps, and other such monsters, and are pondering how it was that the Witcher, who, it must be admitted, is a slayer of monsters, came to keep such company. I must here explain that Regis was a higher vampire, a creature who physically does not differ all that much from a man. Higher vampires are also much more powerful than their wild conferees, and their regenerative abilities significantly outpace those of anything else you have encountered or can even imagine. But it is not because of his outer appearances or inner strength that Regis became our dear companion. True, he could be pretentious and rather pompous in his frequent length perorations, but one would be hard-pressed to find in him the haughtiness usually present in higher beings. I mean, I do love Regis, and I love his kind of aristocratic way of acting and of speaking. But I can imagine, being friends with him for a long time would would force you to sometimes call him a bit pompous. Regis valued human life dearly and refused to kill unless forced to do so. As he once confessed, higher vampires do not in fact need to drink blood at all in order to survive. They treat it somewhat as we treat alcohol. A rough grasp of this dynamic might be given to you by the fact that when we met him, Regis had been abstinent for years. He never revealed to us why he decided to join our search for Ciri. He had never met her before, nor did he live to see her. He died at Stig Castle during the battle against the mad mage Vilgefortz, who was responsible for the whole affair. He died for a cause which he surely did not fully understand. But he did it to defend those he held dear, and simply because it was the right thing to do. Oh man, I'm about to cry. I shall always remember him as a rural surgeon reeking of herbs. That is how he came to us during our first encounter at the Fan Cairn necropolis, when he treated me and my companions to a fantastic brew he made from mandrake root. Wherever you are, my friend, bottoms up. If only Regis could have met Dandelion. Actually, fuck Dandelion. Everybody, the whole gang. I think that would have been, I think that would have been great. Looks like Regis has set up some kind of alchemy laboratory here. My man.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Damn, those are some. Let's be a bit coy on him with him. Let's be a bit mischievous.
Send your spies after me.
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but, alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True, but I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Oh, what the hell? We can go there immediately? Right now? I guess I could save just outside, but need to prepare. What the fuck? No, we're cutting this episode here. Fuck it. We'll be back.
Little expedition's starting to sound dangerous. Think I better prepare.
I understand completely. Do tell me when you're ready to set off.
Okay, so the next part of this quest begins immediately. Fuck me, okay. Wait, what? Even though I'm far too low level for this quest, I still got 320 XP points? Wow. Well, fuck me, that's great. Regeneration potion formula. 8 measures of vervain extract, Lashafang, Sankurum, Althandra, broth made of young mandrake shoots. Grind the larger ingredients, add the smaller ones whole. Boil everything in a bronze kettle using crystal water. Consume the mixture twice daily in half-measure doses. Do not exceed the recommended dosage. Ah. I wonder if that implies that that Regis hasn't fully regenerated yet. My last thought before I succumb to sleep. My last thought before falling asleep. If there is no death, does life exist? Hate is a very interesting feeling. I have noticed that people improve themselves with it to great effect. Sometimes I would like to stop thinking. If we were to create such a god as the humans have, what would he be like? People justify bad deeds by good intentions. I'm not sure if there is greater idiocy. I would drink the freshly squeezed blood of an infant. I know I can't, but I hope that its velvety taste will send me to sleep. I strive to live like a person, and it means that I have ceased to feel good among people, as well as among my own. Maybe I made a big mistake. I have always wanted to write. I am very tired and fuck it all. People don't think about the present, they usually remember old times or worry about the future. I have a feeling that my friend Detlef will die. I am sad. Man. You know, beneath that veneer of intelligence and you know, well manners and almost aristocratic kind of presence that that Regis has. Underneath all of that is really just a man who loves his friends, who feels incredibly powerful emotions, who passionately fights for what he believes in. Well, I mean, goddamn, what a cool ass character. Fuck me. Alright, well, in any case, wow, that I guess we just read his diary. Or at least some kind of notebook that he writes in before he goes to sleep. He just kind of jots down his thoughts. kind of keep track of them all. What a character. What great writing. The way they managed to characterize Regis, both in conversation, but also outside. It's madness. It's crazy. CD Projekt Red, I love you. But that's that for this episode. In the next one, we will travel to... I think we'll travel to Teshamut. Actually, holy fuck. I think we'll do Big Feet to Fill, actually, in the next one. Just to kind of finish that up that one. While we still can. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Vafeo.